Now I'll be going to section 11 of the testing, which is to do with the shopping cart. Part 1 is, does the shopping cart bring up your current basket? So I'm going to go into the product. I'm going to check what the shopping cart is at the moment. It says an iPhone charger. I'm going to add the iPhone case and the USB cable to the cart as well. So now I'm going to go back to the shopping cart, and these three items should be appearing now. So the iPhone charger, iPhone case, and USB cable are all appeared in the basket. Part 2 is, are the correct headings displayed for each item? So in the shopping cart, I only require an item name, a quantity, the price per item, and an item ID. And as you can see here, these four fields do appear for each item: item name, the quantity, price per item, and ID, as these are the only necessary fields at this moment. Part 3 is that, is the quantity a request field? So I'm testing that, does the customer, have to enter a field for the quantity, because they need to be able to choose how many of the item they want. And as you can see here, I can either use the up arrows and down arrows to increase, or I can delete this and type the value of 12 into the quantity as well. Part 4 is, I'm going to be testing is whether the quantity field is actually an integer field, because I've assigned it to that in the forms. So what I'm going to be testing is that when we enter the value of 10, it should come up, but then if I add a H at the end of it, this should not be displayed. And as I'm clicking it now, H, as you can see, it does not come up in the field because the program recognizes it as an integer field. So if I try that for the other two as well, H, it does not come up. Part 5 is that, what happens if the quantities are left blank and you continue to check out? So if I leave all the quantities blank, as you can see on the screen, and continue to check out, what I want the program to do is a message displaying that the field is requiring an input. So if I just go and do this now, so as you can see, what I expected does not appear. Instead, an error message appears, and an improvement that I need to make to this is that a solution is required to just show a message for the user to create, to add an input. Section 6 of the testing will be, does the delete row button remove the item from your basket? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete the row for the iPhone charger from the basket, and this should take it out of the customer's basket. So just delete this row. As you can see, the page has quickly refreshed without the iPhone charger in the basket anymore. It's only these two items now. So part 7 is, does the empty basket button delete all the items from the shopping cart? That button refers to this, which is meant to delete all the items in the cart within one click. So I'm going to go ahead and click this button. As you can see, there's two items at the moment. So empty cart. As you can see, the page is now refreshed with the heading of your basket but nothing underneath, as there are no items in the shopping cart anymore. So section 8 is, does the empty basket option appear when the basket is already empty? So we've just emptied the basket, so there's nothing here, and as you can see, even if I scroll down, you won't see an empty cart function anymore because there's nothing to take out the basket. Section 9 is, does the continue to checkout button work as expected? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is add the iPhone charger back to the cart, and the iPhone case back to the cart as well. So I'm going to do the quantity as 2 for both, and I'm going to continue to check out. What I expect is that the button should allow the user to continue to the next page where they can view and then they can complete their order. So if I continue to check out, as you can see, as expected, your order is now displayed, and with the table with the correct headings, which are the item name, the item price, the total for the item, and the item quantity. And now you can complete the order. Section 10 of the testing is, are you able to empty the are you able to continue to secure checkout if the cart is empty? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and empty this cart, and as you can see now, the continue to checkout button has disappeared as there are no items for you to check out with. Section part 11 of this section is, does the shopping cart save when you log out from the user? So what I'm going to do is add the test item to the cart and the Samsung charger mini USB. As you can see, these two are now in the basket. So what I'm gonna do now is log out and then log back in as the user I was just logged in as, and I expect the two items to still be in the shopping cart. As you can see, the two items are still there, the test item and the Samsung charger mini, so the shopping cart does save when you log out. So part 12 is that, can you log out and log in as a different customer and place a different order? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log out from this account and log in using the test user we made previously with the password of welcome, and I'm going to check the shopping cart of this customer is empty. So if I go ahead and add every product to his shopping cart, I can see his shopping cart is now completely full. And now I'm going to log out and log back in as the other user and see that if I can still carry out this order after I've edited that other shopping cart. So if I go to shopping cart here, you can see these two items are still there, and the other user's items where I added all the items should also be the same.